Martin Madrazo was who he was simply for a long time. His reputation down the line exceeded itself enough, he didn't have to do anything for the fact alone things were never challenged for a time. He ran a cartel, and that of course came with power, fear, and etc. But again, being so far removed but known enough for that to be the case. Early on, his introduction shows many things. Again, that being able to get his way based off the facade around him. But 6 months before the facade really would show, as you can guess, it still showed. Gaining a connection for his own benefit, he seen covering up his own things that would look sideways. But keep in mind, his image was more important than anything else for him at this point in his life.
Hello, so you found the place. Well, you're the talk of the streets, my friend. Can I call you that? I feel we will be great friends. Hey, look at this place. Isn't it beautiful? A modernist wonder home, very significant. My business associate lives here. I bought it for her, for him, for her as a present, because I like her as a business associate.
Flexing his home showed Martin again trying to make things pretty in a way, this being his attempt to even keep this connection. And him even trying to hide his side piece is also telling, as far as again not trying to make his reality be what it really was, even going to make sure this stayed between the two.
Anyway, here, give me that. Yes, perfect. I will do great. Good working with you, my friend. I'll see you again.
And keep this house between us.
Down the line, he would even be on the phone with his wife, Patricia, covering up his reality even more, of course hiding his infidelity.
No, Patricia. No, I'm playing golf. Golf!
And him even saying how he was golfing shows him playing into a certain image, from the criminal underworld all the way down to his own family, even doubling down, going to say he's not to be spoken to how he was, based off who again he was, based off of history.
You've been hysterical. It's the menopause again. That never happened. I'm afraid I cannot be spoken to like that. No, golf, I tell you. Estas viejas no entienden nada.
And as far as the criminal underworld, something else is telling us well, going to simply show again his attempts to be big and bad. History supposed to be he would kill the contact if he didn't like the situation or the relationship within their thing.
Brilliant. I love you. In an appropriate way, I mean. If I didn't, you would be dead, of course.
Now 6 months later from this, of course the image will still be up, alongside it still being telling. A disturbance happening at his side house, of course he went into what was easy to do, after of course getting the feel from who was calling.
I'm gonna stick up my hand and say that was uncool, bud.
Getting a call from his mistress. Keep in mind this happening for the fact alone again she actually played into his facade. And with the house now being destroyed, where her call again started the thing that was of course easy to do.
Give me a phone! You! You're a dead one! Green light! Green light! Martin Madrazo, give you green light!
Oh, I'm scared, lady. Just fucking terrified.
And instantly, his real reason a green light was even happening was for the fact alone of his image, even before it was realized who they were talking about.
She seemed to think she had someone in her corner, dude.
All that dead man shit. It sounded kind of serious. Dead men. Dead men.
Dead men!
And keep in mind, something like this for Martin is in a different realm to what really was going on. But even with that, as many know, what he built things up to be will start and be a disbelief moment.
Green light, Martin Madrazo. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Homie. Martin Madrazo?
That's what she said.
Franklin, of course, knew of Madrazo for the fact alone of where he was from. So, of course, Franklin heard the stories from his cartel, all the way down to how he even made his money.
Damn, dude's a kingpin, homie. Man, you better hope.
I ain't hoping anything. Chick was hysterical. Chill out.
Michael being a Rockford Hills guy, he didn't understand, of course, of the image he put out, being an image guy himself, ironically. But of course he would see after the facade or hearsay wasn't enough.
Shit, we got some heavens on us, home.
Man, you sound kinda manic. You just been greenlit by the Mexican underworld ambassador to Los Santos.
Trust me, we handled it. Whoever the fuck Martin Madrazo is.
I've known worse.
We just handled a few low-ranking clowns.
We sit on it, we see what happens. Kid, there's no use second guessing.
Even with things going how Martin would do things at a time, again, this isn't what he would do it in. Saying that to say, this simply is some rich problems. But for Martin, of course, he was angry. But even what he's going to do next will show nothing more than the reality and the truth to things.
Oh shit, I think we're about to find out.
You know who I am? Do you know who I am?
How he pulled up already speaks volumes. For one, already expecting everyone knew him.
Do you? No.
The second thing, he's with his side piece, showing him putting on a show to keep, again, a certain image.
Oh, you?
I think so.
Good.
Then Franklin, knowing from, again, his background, the image he wanted things to be, as we're going to hear, would be liked, alongside now about to instill fear to now both instead of one.
I know who you are. I know where you live. Who are you?
I'm Franklin.
License. Now, Franklin, maybe help Mr. DeSanta here. Who am I?
I think Martin Madrazo.
Good boy. Now maybe give him a little of a background.
Man, Mr. Madrazo is a legitimate businessman who was wrongfully accused of running a Mexican-American gang and a narcotic ring, but the charges were dropped because of the witnesses came up missing.
Being far from legit, but it even being said about him, that alone is still an image thing, while getting both backgrounds, what he would want things to be when you hear his name.
Now, Michael, got a question for you. Did you pull an architectural, significant, modernist wonder home down the hillside in Vinewood Hills?
I thought the owner was banging my wife.
Well, that was a strange house for a tennis coach.
I wasn't thinking straight.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And now Martin realizing this was just, again, some Rockford Hills stunt thing, simply extorting them came into play, basically able to get the fear off while still creating the image to his side piece, his goons, and Michael and Franklin.
Well, Natalia will need a hotel while you finance the rebuild, won't she?
Sure.
Good. And I'm guessing here that the rebuild will be somewhere in the 2.5 million range.
Of course.
Great.
That's nice.
Come on, man. Damn, you alright?
Never better.
Madrazo? What the fuck I get myself into?
Is he dead?
No, but I might be soon. Thank you so much.
Martin, knowing who he was now dealing with, and knowing he did enough for them to know the same, he even upped the 2.5 mil to 3. Again, simply able to get that off based on, again, history.
Mr. DeSanta.
Hey, I just wanted to check. How much was it you needed for those repairs? It was $1 million or something, right?
It was the 2.5 range. Something over 2.5 will be sufficient.
That's right.
What we're going to see down the line can be seen now, but again, all involved was blinded by the facade. Franklin being aware from the stories from a street level, Michael getting hit with that bat gave him a good idea, and even Lester was blinded, again finding out what Martin would want people to see to not try him.
Look, I just owe some Mexican hood a couple $1 million because I wrecked his girlfriend's house. I don't need to go crazy here.
Which Mexican?
Martin Madrazo.
He's not supposed to be very nice.
Oh, when I met him, he was charming.
Meanwhile, Martin continued to press, ready to make an example out of Michael if he wasn't paid to rebuild his side piece house.
Mr. DeSanta, I'm starting to get worried. The contractors need to be paid.
I don't know what to say. I'm working on it.
Don't say anything, just get me the money. Next time, it will be a machete, not a baseball bat.
It even got to a point Michael started to give him an ETA as far as sending the money.
Michael DeSanta.
Mr. Madrazo. Hey, I just wanted to say I'm working on something. You'll have that money soon.
Good. Well, I wouldn't want to keep you from your work.
And even when the debt was finally paid, then we see more of things just being image mixed in with what he built things to be.
Hey, D! Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, Oscar, what's up?
Depending how you play, Trevor buying the McKenzie airfield will show these things. Trevor having a Hispanic associate, Oscar, within his gun running share, he would give, again, some insight. Firstly, he would bring up competition being within the trafficking game, from guns to dope.
How long you been up here anyway? You seem to know your way around.
Maybe 5 years on and off. I pretty much stay north now. Too much competition.
But it wasn't until Trevor asked down the line who was even a competition, leading Oscar to bring up what was going on 6 months before. Keep in mind what he's about to bring up. We saw Martin flex in his house, pitting on again some imagery and non-reality.
And about this competition. Who the fuck are they?
Who aren't they these days, man? They're runners everywhere. Some local crazy rednecks. And the Mexicans, of course, mainly the Aztecas right now. And the Salvadorian gang, the Marabunta Grande. They got real dangerous the past 6 months. There used to be enough pie to go around. Now everyone wants the same piece.
All this going on showed Martin not really in it, but being a face enough to make it seem like he was. But the only reason this matters and ties back to him was for the fact alone, Oscar was an independent runner, showing him picking who he pressed after he reveals he, quote, ironically, paid ties to Madrazo.
And who are you with? Just so I know who I'm pissing off.
I'm independent. I work with local buyers up here, the cartels down there. I mean, I'm not stupid. I look after the vagos, I pay dues to Madrazo, but I'm freelance, man.
But keep in mind of who's getting this insight. Instantly by the time he made his way to LS, Oscar saying how he looked after the vagos, he found his way into a vagos neighborhood, although it went bad. So of course when he's going to meet Madrazo, he's kinda going to get a little bit of angry, just like this moment. But a little before that, fear of not being on his side was in effect, especially after Martin saw a reason to keep this connection instead of playing the image reason to keep this going. The criminal image made the same outcome.
Hey, Mr. Madrazo. How's that rebuild going?
Good. I need to see you. Come to La Fuerta Blanca, my ranch off Senora Road, and bring Mr. Clinton.
Hey, look. Franklin? I hardly know the kid. I don't want him caught up in this.
You'll need another pair of hands.
Alright, there's another guy. Trevor Phillips. Me and him are partners.
Okay. I'll have my people messenger him.
Now on fire, as far as having a close view on Martin, of course telling things would show. Where he had the two meet wasn't his side piece spot, but even closer than that, that being his ranch, instantly reality would show, but continuing to hide behind.
Who's the guy? You'll see.
Yes?
Hi. Oh. Hello. We're looking for Mr. Madrazo.
Patricia, for fuck's sake, just let him in.
Right this way, gentlemen.
Patricia, get us something to drink, would you? Quickly!
Hey, good to see you again, Michael.
Likewise. It's my friend Trevor.
Sit down. Sit.
So what did you tell him about me, about Martin Madrazo?
Martin's an old friend of mine, Trevor.
The truth?
Of course he wanted what he called the truth. For the fact alone he could hide and again be feared.
Martin is a terrifying psychopath who tried to kill me.
Exactly. But some people, they no longer fear me as much as they used to. People who wear clothes to me.
And even saying this is telling us well. For the fact alone, he even wanted people close to him to even fear him.
My cousin, you met in Michael. Well, apparently, he's thinking about testifying against me.
So I have him killed.
I'm going to. By you.
His cousin, even going to testify, shows simply internal things going on. Want to, of course, kill him to set an example for this not to happen again. But again, his family going to do something so unorthodox showed even they didn't really fear. But to keep that image, taking them out, what happened?
Our debt was settled.
This is a favor. For a friend. But does friendship mean nothing these days?
Hello? What's the deal?
This is him. Javier. He's flying off to Liberty City this afternoon.
And he's taking some...
Files of mine. Innocent files that, I need back. There's a gun set up in the hills. I have a man watching at the airport. We'll let you know, and when he flies by, shoot him down and get the files back.
Man, what's the pay? Huh?
Trevor, come on.
You still want the drink?
Not now! Pendeja! ¿Qué no ves que estoy hablando con las gentes aquí?
With this though, as many know, his way of doing things simply was finally solved through. Trevor was thinking nothing more than taking the score. Meanwhile, Michael having that fear wouldn't help after now Trevor's starting to be interested in finding out.
By the way, I know why you took me there, to that guy's house. Understood.
Understood what? That he's a terrifying psycho and that you might have that in common? What is it? We gotta work for him.
We don't gotta work for anyone, but I read you, man, loud and clear. All that Aztec stuff, those weird little artifacts, the little fertility statues, whatever. The guy has trouble getting it up.
We weren't casing the joint.
We didn't agree to a fee for this job, so what's it all about?
Okay, the guy lives well. That don't mean we're robbing him. When the time comes, he'll do the right thing. If he don't, please, let me handle it.
You don't get a wife like that without being rich and an asshole, right?
How he even seen the things Martin set up for them to do the job is telling alone, showing again someone who simply saw through the bells and whistles.
T, if you could see this gun, it might convince you Martin Madrazo ain't someone to be messing with.
The fancier the gun, the bigger the pussy who owns it. Now take down the jet. I got the files. I'll take them to Madrazo and explain the human cost of this errand.
Oh, take it easy, man. Listen to me. We'll talk about that later. I want you to just drop off the files. I gotta get rid of this rifle, then we'll talk.
Getting this done, if robbing them might have not been the move, Trevor was still going to see about payment. So with how Martin played things, he simply would meet his match after things went left. Trevor going to do nothing no one would do.
What are you doing, Trevor?
Nothing you wouldn't do.
I wouldn't do. Somehow I don't believe that.
But even with what he didn't fully speak on the fool. But of course, he did enough to cause panic.
Cheap bastard. You know, I really don't know why you mess around with people like that, Mike. I mean, really,
How? Answer a fucking question.
Did you kill him?
What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him.
Oh, fuck.
But I did kidnap his wife. Oh, no.
And with this, of course, fear was still going on.
You gotta be joking. I wish I was.
Even by the time he started to reach out, attempts were made to make things right.
Hey, look.
What have you done? What have you done? Where is she?
She's safe. Look, I'm gonna find a way to make this right with you.
That will take some doing.
Meanwhile, things were tried that simply was the thing to say.
Trevor! Martin!
You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to accept an apology.
Where is my wife?
Patricia doesn't want to speak to you. And frankly, neither do I.
I will find you!
Okay. Well, I'll put some coffee on then. I'll see you soon.
And since we're here, even Trevor doing what he did only would fit him. For the fact alone, everyone was too scared to.
Oscar! To what do I owe the honor?
What's this about you beefing with Martin Madrazo? If he connects us, we're finished. In every sense, man.
Nothing to worry about, my paranoid friend. It's all under control.
But Trevor, of course, being around Patricia, telling things, of course, would continue to show. Even his wife would imply he being Martin was nothing more than a facade.
I feel so free.
Now that I'm away from that tiny monster.
Patricia, it would even show she fell for his facade, Trevor being who she thought Martin was.
Why couldn't I have met you 20 years ago?
And even Trevor going back to LS went to show again his lies and things being exposed.
I'm told you've come back to Los Santos, Trevor. Tell me where my wife is before you are killed.
Wow, she is a long way from your lies and your abuse, Martin. That's all you need to know.
But even with all that, for image reasons, she even knew the two couldn't last long.
I had a wonderful time, Trevor. But we both know I made a vow to my husband.
But arriving, of course, still would show the reality.
You better treat her right, man!
I will, amigo!
Otherwise, the other ear!
Of course!
This alone showed Martin doing what he always did, but the roles reversing.
The way I see things, you and me and Michael, we're friends now. Good friends.
And Patricia even shrugging off his attempt to give her a rose showed her really just helping him out, knowing again he wasn't who he acted like.
Such good friends that we will make a great effort to avoid one another. That's fucking perfect. Thank Michael for the statue. It is exquisite. Yeah, I will.
This alone was what cut the contact for the three. Image was everything to Martin, and it simply crumbled for him at this point. His ways simply made it finally challenged, and he failed, hitting Michael with a bat, sending his men, if the two came back to LS, even taking out his cousin, were things he had to do. Had it behind, though, to even make that happen. But where he fell short, only he knew for some time. So much time from this would pass, but of course, he was still the same guy. But time passing, though, it would be revealed he and Patricia had a son, saying that to say, telling things would show, even with time passing. To say the least, we're about to see a like father, like son moment. Just as much Martin was off of Image, his son was the same way.
Thanks for coming, welcome! Miguel, what do you want? Tequila, champagne, water, gum, anything? Just help yourself, okay? The minimum spend here is insane. The cool kids really make you pay for the real estate.
So, I don't know how well you know my father, but he's old school. I'm the now guy. I'm the fucking ideas guy. Diversify the brand, right? Merch? The full 360 24/7. I have got big fucking plans. Right, Mom?
Right, sweetie.
Madrazo 2.0, bro. But, I've also got a big fucking problem right now. Oh, not her. This guy. One Strickler. They call him El Rubio, the blonde Colombian, one of our main suppliers. But somehow, this fucker's managed to get hold of like decades worth of intel on my family. I mean, every business cuts corners, right? But you take some of that shit out of context and the optics can look bad. Anyway, he's threatening to leak it all to the DEA if we don't renegotiate our prices. Basically, he's trying to play me for a fucking fool. Mom, just chill.
And this simply would be a lie. The things that were on their family was something that could tarnish. No DEA was even involved.
I don't know what I'll do if anything happens to him.
And Patricia being drunk, as many know, she's implying Trevor, although a facade of again them being this huge thing.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah,
Let's go.
keep it coming, baby. Six-figure check, everyone. Let's make it happen.
Woo! Let's make it happen.
So, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna let that piece of shit bring down my family, make me look weak in front of my father.
His son would do something to make himself and his dad come to something business-wise. But what Martin does show, things sometimes not changing.
Fucking wait till my dad hears about this. Hey, Dad. Yeah, no, this'll be quick. Just wanted to let you know that Strickler thing, the files. Yeah, I did it. No, they're in my hand. Took care of it. It's done. Yes. So you know what? I was thinking that maybe you and I could sit down again and talk about that crypto deal or that condo project that I mentioned. Remember, Dad? Dad, hello. service here. It's just fucking third world, you know?
His son, of course, would carry the real Madrazo legacy, claiming this, but he hung up on his son for many reasons. For one, his son knew what he wouldn't want him to know, that breaking what he put out. And even with what his son's motive was, would really just bring him to reality that he wasn't that guy.
Darling, so what is it?
It's nothing now. Nothing at all. It's over.
And more time passing by, as we're going to see, he was at a place that puts the nail in the coffin. Meeting up with his contact, how people spoke of him, he's seen doing that to someone else, showing everything to get here to be a lie at this point. Just pure get riding, just happy to do the talking and this, still trying to keep that facade on.
Okay, so this opportunity, it's big, my friend. This guy, his name is Favor. He's a banker, the banker. Every dollar in this fucking town, it goes through him. He's my guy. He's El Rubio's guy. Anybody who's in charge of anybody, their guy.
Now listen, just let me do the talking, okay?
Okay. Knock, knock.
Ah, Martin.
Here he is. Hello, how are you, Mr. Faber?
I am well.
Patricia, Miguel, they are? Oh, fine, fine.
And lastly, he finally tells on himself. Again, this encounter just being him bit riding, he agreed on doing enough just to keep people away.
Most financiers help their clients to minimize tax. I help mine pay just enough to keep the accountants away. Very important if you wish to enjoy all this.
Exactly.
But as many know, the rest is history. Martin being nothing more than a fraud and everything in between.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Gentlemen, come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Great. All right, then. Thank you for your time, Mr. Faber.
Of course.
To be young and scared. Good luck. Vámonos.